I'm not saying that anyone's lying or there's a series of mistakes. I'm saying we don't know. And I am also saying that he did not have a definitive answer of what happened. He gave his opinion of what he thought happened. And what we all have to realize here is we're investigators. Because someone tells you something doesn't mean you stop. It makes absolutely no sense to not continue an investigation, especially when both parties are so far apart.
This morning, Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco addressing the community about an investigation into voter fraud in the Proposition 50 election. Our Alondra Campos is live at the scene this morning. She's sharing more on the briefing and what the sheriff had to say. Alondra?
That's right, Olivia. I'm out here in Riverside where the press conference just wrapped up about 30 minutes ago regarding the Riverside County Sheriff's Department investigation into alleged vote count irregularities during the 2025 special election that took place back in November of last year. Now, we first brought you this story earlier this month after claims were presented by the Riverside County Election Integrity Team, who claimed that more than 611,000 ballots were cast, but more than 657,000 were counted, a difference that they say adds up to tens of thousands of extra votes. Now, the Sheriff's Department served search warrants into the Register of Voters back in February of this year, which did allow them to get their hands on the ballots themselves and other information from that special election in November of 2025. And here with me, I have Riverside County Sheriff Chad Bianco to explain to us a little bit more about the investigation. So, Sheriff, if you could share with us, what will your department now do with these ballots?
It's very, very simple. We're going to count them. We're going to count them to see how many physical ballots we actually have, and then compare that to the records that the ROV has compared to the total number of votes cast or counted and reported to the Secretary of State.
And now I know you have other, sort of information as well from the Register of Voters regarding this election. You're not claiming that anyone is lying. What is your hope for the outcome of this investigation?
Truth. I mean, this is no different than any other investigation that we do. We have allegations that something is wrong, and there's always someone that said, no, there isn't. And then we make sure one way or the other. So my ultimate hope is that we verify that the exact amount of ballots that we have are the exact number that the machines counted. And then we can assure Riverside County residents that we don't have a problem with our elections in Riverside County, and we can move on. Without doing this, then we're just kicking the can down the road and give the impression to 40% of our population that there's fraud and there's cover-ups and there's nothing being done about it. And that's not the way you should be doing business. We owe it to Riverside County residents to make sure. And for us, we have this information available to us. This is the Registrar of Voters information. So it's not something that that team made up themselves or that we came up with. We just reviewed everything, got search warrants for the information, and then now we're going to make sure we count them.
And now, regarding the challenges with this investigation, during this press conference, you did mention that Attorney General Rob Bonta on 2 separate occasions did request to halt the investigation and the count of these ballots. However, thanks to a Riverside County Superior Court judge, you will now continue with this. What does the communication with the Attorney General look like now moving forward?
I haven't had communication with the Attorney General for years. He's unethical, and I have no business conducting any business with an unethical person. He's an embarrassment to law enforcement. He truly, truly is. Every chief and every sheriff knows it. And this really shows it. He has no idea how to conduct an investigation, doesn't even care about an investigation. He just made this political from the very beginning. And it is my belief or my opinion that he's doing the same thing in this election that he did in Los Angeles County with the Los Angeles sheriff. And it's the sole purpose of keeping that past a statute of limitations so it goes away.
Well, thank you so much, Sheriff Chad Bianco. And well, there you have it, you guys. Those are the latest updates about this investigation. Now, the into election fraud, Riverside County, however, does not start during the special election in November of 2025. It actually dates back to October of 2022, where Sheriff Bianco shared that they also investigated some possible election fraud within the county, but unfortunately did not end up coming through. Now, although there is no set date as to when these ballots will be counted fully by the Riverside County Sheriff's Department, they do tell us that they are continuously working on the investigation, and with the help of an appointed master, they will fulfill that. Reporting live from Riverside, I'm Alondra Campos. Back to you.
Alondra, thank you for all of that information this morning. We have a local alert for you. An early heat wave here in the Coachella Valley is pushing cities to open their cooling centers. Newly announced, the Indio Senior Center will open its doors to residents 50 and older. The James O. Jesse Desert Highland Unity Center, that's open Monday through Friday. And then the Rimrock Plaza Temporary Public Library, and that's open Mondays through Saturdays. Now in La Quinta, there's one location available. It's the La Quinta Wellness Center, open Monday through Fridays as well. So take advantage if you're in need of just a cooler afternoon, need to take a break, stop inside. Let's take a live look. Speaking of the heat, our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Some blue skies out there and just a whole lot of sun today, Jerry.
Yeah, like yesterday, get my cloud-free guarantee. Dry from top to bottom in our troposphere yesterday. Record high temps again. For the last full day of winter, we hit 107 degrees in Palm Springs, 26 above the 81-degree normal, and we're going to be up there again this afternoon. We're on our way. 95 degrees in Palm Springs, 14% relative humidity. Going to be a dry day, sunny skies. And temps, it'll be again about 20, 25, close to 30 degrees above normal. Already 102 at Thousand Palms, 97 degrees at Desert Hot Springs, almost 100 at Palm Springs at this hour. Nothing on radar or satellite over the southwest. High pressure still over the top of the southwest, ensuring those numbers will once again be very much above normal. 105 to 109, stopping shy of 110 degrees in the Coachella Valley, dew points in the 30s, and peak temps include 107 in Palm Springs, Indio, 108 La Quinta, Rancho Mirage, and Cathedral City. Desert Hot Springs will peak at 103 today, 100 degrees at Cabazon. So the extreme heat warning we've been dealing with over the past couple of days, still there for the valley through tomorrow before the numbers begin to back off, but only slightly. 107 degrees today and a Comfort Air 3-day. Tomorrow, 104. 96 degrees on Sunday. We'll see some upper 90s as we move into next week. Full forecast, and that's 7 to 8 minutes away.
Jerry, thank you. More local headlines this morning. Palm Springs Police Chief Andy Mills is signaling he'll be leaving soon, announcing on social media he's taking steps to sell his home. In a social media post that was made on Thursday, Chief Mills said, quote, "It's time to find my next mission." But he also made a point of stating he's not resigning or retiring yet, rather preparing the department for the immediate next steps. In the post, Chief Mills thanking city leadership as well as his department's team, describing them as compassionate and strong leaders. He also pointed to crime reduction in Palm Springs, quality of life in the city improving, and the police department being fully staffed as accomplishments during his time. Mills has served as the Palm Springs Chief of Police since 2021 and said he will remain transparent as the next steps in his move become known. The Palm Springs Fire Department is looking to the community's help in preserving a classic piece of equipment and history. NBC Palm Springs' Caitlin Kelly brings us the story of El Diablo.
That is the sound of history. A 95-year-old echo from Palm Springs' very first fire engine, still turning heads today. In 1931, after a devastating fire, Palm Springs invested in its first official fire engine, a 1931 American LaFrance pumper, nicknamed El Diablo. The truck became the backbone of fire protection in Palm Springs, responding to dozens of calls and helping protect a small but growing desert community.
After, in the 40s, when we purchased our second engine, which is the Mack truck, this was sold to a neighboring agency in Orange County. It was acquired by Laguna Beach, who kept this engine for a couple years, which was then sold to Costa Mesa, and which our membership was able to find, I would say, in the 80s.
Now, the Palm Springs Firefighters Association is working to restore El Diablo, preserving not just a vehicle, but a symbol of the city's early days. And the goal? To bring it back to life for community events, education, and fundraising efforts.
This is our history, and just being able to continue that legacy and being able to fully restore this offers pride to our department.
In a city known for honoring its past, this restoration is another way Palm Springs is keeping its story alive. And the community will get a chance to see that history up close this weekend at the 1 PS Picnic and Community Expo at Ruth Hardy Park.
This is going to be an opportunity for our community members, our local members to come out and get things fired up so that we can get some money donated and get it fixed so that we can drive it and put it in parades and allow it to be what it's meant to be, something for community outreach.
With NBC Palm Springs, I'm Caitlin Kelly.
A very cool piece of history there. Now, if you're interested in attending the 1PS Picnic and Community Expo and seeing El Diablo up close and personal, this event is free. It's at Ruth Hardy Park in Palm Springs tomorrow, and it runs from 11 to 2. Also this weekend, professional bull riding is back in the Valley, so grab your boots and your cowboy hats today and Saturday. You can watch the best compete in the dirt on the Acrisure Arena floor. Our Brett Rosen joins us from the arena to tell us more about what we can expect. Brett?
We are inside Acrisure Arena, right on the ground level, where it'll be tonight's PBR match, professional bull riding, where you'll see some of the best bull riders come out, putting their life out on the line to be able to entertain the folks that come inside of here. Here with me, I have one of the announcers of tonight's event. Tyler, can you talk to me a little bit about what should the crowd expect from tonight's matches?
I mean, you're just going to expect nonstop action for 2 hours. I mean, we do this border to border, coast to coast, north, south, east, and west. This is actually stop number 23 of the Pendleton Whiskey Velocity Tour, Boot Barn, PBR Greater Palm Springs. One of our favorite stops that we come to year in and year out. Some of the best fans, but we're talking about the top 35 bull riders on our tour against the top bulls on the West Coast. So it's going to be a great show.
And can you talk to me a little bit about when so many different sporting events, it's about what can the crowd do to be involved in it? How important is the crowd involvement with something like this?
I mean, the crowd's the reason that we do this, right? I mean, we're all about fan interaction with our arena host, with our announcers. But again, I mean, it is the most dangerous sport in the world. Edge of your seat action nonstop from start to finish. The opening ceremonies, it's all about the fans. We want to give them the very best show week in and week out. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't be here.
And it's not just the riders that you can root for, but the bulls as well. I mean, can you talk a little bit about, you know, some of the bulls coming in and some of the best bucking bulls in the world, correct?
Absolutely. I mean, we try to keep it regional. So when we're here in California, we got bulls from Humps and Horns, Francis Dandy, Judd LaFew. We're talking about bulls like Red Wave, like Bison. Again, the very best bulls against the very best bull riders.
There you go. Well, if you want to catch tonight's event here at PBR in Acrisure Arena, stop on by. Tickets are still available. Live inside Acrisure Arena, I'm Brett Rosen, NBC Palm Springs.
All right, our thanks to Brett for that. And our Tim O'Brien will be live from the action tonight there at 5 and 6 if you want to stay with us for that. Now, the Palm Desert Food and Wine Festival is also officially underway. This one's on El Paseo. We have some footage from last night's sold-out event, Exploring Italian Cheese and Wine, hosted by TV chef Afrim Pristine. It's a certified cheese master, often seen on Food Network Canada. The weekend-long event runs now through Sunday, bringing together top chefs, winemakers, and artisans for a celebration of flavor and community in Palm Desert. Tickets still available, but they are selling fast if you want to join in on the fun. Still ahead on your midday news here on NBC Palm Springs, an in-custody death is reported in Riverside County. We'll have the latest details available from investigators. And we have another live look outside for you. This time our Indian Wells Golf Resort camera on a hot Friday heading into a hot weekend. Jerry's tracking those conditions later on, so stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
An investigation is underway after an inmate died from a medical emergency at the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility in Banning. Authorities say 62-year-old George Ortiz of Corona was found in distress inside of his cell at the Banning facility. Staff and medical personnel performed life-saving measures until paramedics arrived, but he was pronounced dead at the scene. Officials say there are no signs of foul play, and this investigation is ongoing. The American Legion Post 519 in Palm Springs is getting ready for its second annual golf tournament. The Robert Shipe Memorial Scramble Golf Championship is happening in Cathedral City this Saturday at Date Palm Country Club. Shipe was a World War II veteran and longtime Palm Springs resident. The fundraiser supports American Legion Youth Baseball, helping to provide equipment, uniforms, and access for local young athletes.
Two-man scramble. Great prize. We're going to have a bat that's signed by Steve Garvey and a ball signed by Steve Garvey. Goes to the winning team. And we're just really happy to be helping the kids here in town. And it's one of the things that the Legion really is known for. And Steve Garvey was an American Legion baseball player, and 50% of the people that are playing in the major leagues played for the American Legion.
Tee-off is at 9 a.m. and if you can't make it out to the event but you'd still like to donate and help out our local American Legion, you can visit AmericanLegionPalmSprings.com and click the donate link. We got a live look outside from our Agua Caliente casino camera. This is downtown Palm Springs. A beautiful view this morning. Jerry's tracking your 7-day forecast coming up right after this break, so stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea.
And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Totally clear skies over the Coachella Valley on our Walter Clark 111 cam yesterday. Another day of record temps around the area. 107 degrees, the forecast high. We met it in Palm Springs last couple of hours. 97 was the previous record, and we're going to beat it again today. Matter of fact, record high temps will be with us through the weekend. 104, also Death Valley, putting that number above the 99-degree record high previously recorded back in 2017. Looks like 2017 and 1997 were very hot days for this particular calendar day. Looking at the calendar for this month so far, we had 7 record high temps for the city of Palm Springs, and we're going to add 3 more by this coming weekend, early next week. 70 degrees at Big Bear right now, 99 already, close to 100 degrees at Palm Springs, 101 at Thousand Palms right now, winds under 10 miles an hour. They're going to be light today. High pressure still in control of our forecast like the last couple of days, ensuring those numbers will be record high temps, 105 to 109. Keep in mind, today is the first day of spring, but we're seeing summer-like temps stopping shy of 110 degrees. 107, the forecast high for Palm Springs today. If we hit that, we'll smash the 98-degree record set back in 2004. 108, Cathedral City today. Rancho Mirage at the same number, 103 at Desert Hot Springs. Now, watches and warnings are put out for the Southwest as far as heat advisories. For the Coachella Valley, the extensive heat warning through tomorrow. It begins to back off of the numbers, but still above normal numbers all of next week for the Coachella Valley. Matter of fact, tomorrow, 103 to 107, putting us well above normal for this time of year, and plenty of sunshine. The temperatures begin to drop a little bit as we move into Sunday, Monday, upper 90s, lower 100s for the valley. Even these numbers are above normal for this time of year. 104 in Palm Springs. Still, we could set a record with that number. 106 at Indio on Saturday. Sunday, closer to 100 degrees in the Coachella Valley. Again, mostly sunny skies. Winds a little gusty late on Saturday out of the west, but that's about it. Just strong breezes for us in the valley as we move into tomorrow. And surface moisture remains very dry. Single-digit relative humidity is a possibility. And dew points in the 30s and 40s. With the temps up there, you can use your evaporative coolers. Okay, things change a little bit moving to the end of the month, early next month, as we could see a disturbance move through Southern California. It'll pull down the temps to the 80s, upper 80s, around 90 degrees. That'll be Tuesday, March 31st. We're about a week and a half away, so things may change. And again, temperatures in the 80s on the first day of April, April Fool's Day. Let's hope that comes true. Comfort Air 70 forecast, yeah, well above normal today. 107 degrees under sunshine. Tomorrow, 104 with some high clouds late in the day. Sunday, partly cloudy skies, and we'll see temperatures that'll be in the upper 90s.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of the
Welcome back. Renowned martial artist and action star Chuck Norris has died. Norris began his rise to public prominence when he faced off against Bruce Lee in the 1972 film The Way of the Dragon. It led to other movie roles, including The Octagon in 1980 and The Lone Wolf McQuade in 1983. In 1984's Missing in Action, and then The Delta Force in 1986. It was his star-making role in the television show Walker, Texas Ranger that ran from '93 to 2001, nearly 200 episodes that really made him a star. Norris quickly became a symbol of rugged American masculinity, not to mention a popular internet meme star. He was also a veteran of the United States Air Force. His family announcing today Norris died in Hawaii yesterday, surrounded by his loved ones at 86 years old. The family statement saying they would keep the circumstances behind his passing private. We'll be right back.
Lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of
Before we go, the National Park Service is getting in on America's 250th birthday this year. National Park Week will take place August 22nd through the 30th. A free day is also in the middle of the celebration. Entrance fees are waived August 25th because it marks the 110th birthday of NPS. Every state and U.S. territory has at least one national park site. We've got one
Love Joshua Tree.
Yeah,
Some pictures there,
beautiful.
yeah. Okay, forecast going to be well above normal. Excessive heat warnings that affect today and tomorrow, and there's why. 107 today, 104 tomorrow. Then we level off around 100 degrees next week.
More news at 5 and 6 tonight. We'll see you then.